Live breaking news from News Channel 3.
Welcome to Midday, everybody. I'm Joe Butina.
And hi, everybody. I'm Sherman Roget. Thanks so much for joining us. We begin this midday with breaking news of another reported oil spill, this time in the Goleta Beach area. We're talking about a 50 to 60 wide oil slick. Here's a look at the area we're talking about. This is near the Goleta Slough, just east of the beachside cafe there.
And joining us on the phone right now is Santa Barbara County Fire Captain David Zanaboni with the fire department there. And Captain, what can you tell us about this spill right now? I know you called our newsroom kind of alerting us to this. What can you tell us?
Yeah, hi. Well, our engine company came out here on call once again for a strong smell of oil in the beach area, like Goleta Beach. They went out to the end of the pier and they actually saw a very large, what they call a large slick of oil and a sheen on the water. And shortly after they got here, two kayakers came in who had reported a very large oil in the water. They called it, as far as they could see, they said maybe a half a mile long, and they couldn't say how far out it was. But this was off the end of Goleta Pier. There is a sheen in the water right now. I'm standing on the beach. There's a sheen in the water. I don't see any actual crude oil. But when the kayaks came in, they actually had quite a bit of oil on them, and actually the two guys that were in the kayaks had oil on their legs just from water sloshing into the kayak on them.
So Dave, thank you so much for joining us. This is obviously not what we want to hear after the Refugio Beach spill just in May, but what is the response effort right now?
Well, we've gone ahead and made a statewide notification, which we have to do with these situations. So we're once again waiting for Coast Guard, Fish and Game. Our Office of Emergency Management is en route. And we're hoping, obviously we're all hoping that this is just some residual or something left over from the Refugio spill and nothing new. But it seems bigger than that, so we're not sure.
This is larger than what would normally be natural seepage. I mean, we see tar and oil on the beaches all the time, but this is more than what you would normally find just from nature. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely more than what's normal out here. I mean, there's always a little sheen in the water out here and a little bit of natural seepage, but this is definitely more than normal.
So we're keeping a close eye on this reported oil spill right now. We have Dave Zanaboni, the fire captain, here with the county fire. What's happening to the beach area right there in Goleta Beach? Are you keeping it open? Is it closed at this time?
Well, right now we have the beach and the pier closed. The pier is open to walk on, but we've just shut down all the fishing. There was quite a few people out there fishing, so we're not allowing any going on. The beach park is actually still open. We're just not letting people onto the beach and into the water this time. That could change.
Now, besides the oil slick in the water, do you see anything that's come on shore outside of what the kayakers have been reporting?
Yeah, no, I'm standing on the beach just east of the pier right now, and there's nothing coming up on shore. There's a sheen in the water that I can see, just the colored sheen, but there's no actual oil coming up onto the shore right now. The kayakers reported, which they were the best witnesses that we had to it because they were actually in it, and they described it as being the biggest part of it, the biggest slick being about 1,000 feet off the end of the pier.
All right, Captain, stay with us for a second. We want to recap kind of what we're talking about. This is another reported oil spill, Goleta Beach area. We have a live picture of the beach, actually, if we can take that up right now. Kayakers coming in, reporting that they were out there kayaking in the middle of this. They say it was as far as they could see, about a half mile long by their estimates. Again, this is the Goleta Beach area, near that cafe that's right there, and the Goleta Pier. 60 to 50, 60 feet long is what we're hearing right now, but as Captain Zanaboni said, this is more than a natural seepage. And there you see the kayakers that were covered in this tar. That's
right. They're the best witnesses to what could potentially be an oil spill here. A large slick of oil is seen right now, sheen on the water. David Zanaboni is saying that he did not see any crude oil, does not see it any himself, but the kayakers are definitely witnessing this. We have a crew on the scene right now. This is a live picture from for you. John Palmentary is out there, so we're hoping to be able to check in with him in just a moment as well. But this is in the Goleta Beach area.
Just let us know when John's ready, and we'll try to talk to him. You know, this all coming after that refugio spill back in May, and you know, just the timing could not be worse. There's also this debate going on right now about trucking oil through the area, and that's actually being debated between Goleta City Council members and the Vinico company, who's waiting. They have oil just kind of sitting in pipes right now, so you never know what this could be. We don't want to speculate too much, but another one of our reporters has actually just on the scene. Senator de los Santos is out there, and Senator, what can you see from where you are?
She's not in camera yet. Senator,
right, so we don't have Senator just yet, but we will get her. Her and John are both out there right now.
That's right. And of course, this report came in just before 10 o'clock. If we can take the live pictures, that would be great. We're waiting for John Palmentary, Senator de los Santos. They're on the scene right now.
About the map to show where we're talking about. There we go. So you can see the area that we're dealing with here. It's out about 1,000 feet into the water from what we're hearing from both County Fire and kayakers that were out there.
And apparently this all started because of a strong smell of oil in the area, and we've been talking about those kayakers who witnessed all of this. Let's now go to Senator de los Santos and see if she is ready, standing by live. Senator, can you tell us what you can see from your vantage point?
They reported a big slick off, about 1,000.
Hi guys, we're here at Goleta Beach where Zamboni is standing right next to me. He's going to fill us in on the latest on what's taking place. I know you just spoke with KUYT, but just let's go ahead and fill the people in on what's taking place as of right now.
Sure, yeah. Our engine companies responded out here for a strong smell of oil in the area, mostly off the end of the pier. And when our units arrived, they went out to the end of the pier. They did see quite a large slick of oil, Sheen and oil, actually, you know, crude type oil in the water. And shortly after they arrived, a couple of kayakers came in with oil all over their boats.
And these are the kayakers as of right now?
Exactly, yeah. These are the guys here.
And walk with me and talk with me. Right now, the beach is open as of right now, correct?
The beach park is open. We've closed the beach and all the water, or no one's allowed in the water, and actually we've closed all the fishing on the pier as well. We're allowing people to walk on the pier right now, but that could change.
Let's go ahead, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and take a look at the kayaks. Now these are the kayaks that were in the ocean, correct, when we saw the tar or the oil? Can you just fill me in on what you saw and what took place?
Well, you know, as soon as we got past the buoys here, we started seeing like a, gasoline sheen everywhere, and then it started getting little droplets of oil. And then once we got out past the kelp bed, it was just like, everywhere. You couldn't stay out of it. You're paddling. But you saw his legs. That's, just from the water coming back into the
Paul,
drain
let's
holes.
go ahead and take a look over. This is one of the kayakers, correct? Your name, sir?
I'm Bob Seiler.
And Bob, can you just tell us what took place, what happened today?
Yeah, we were going to go kayak fishing up in Refugio.
Correct.
But the waves were too big to get out, so we decided to come down here to Goleta Beach.
Okay.
So we came down here at about 7:15, 7:30, and we took off, and we saw little blobs of oil.
Right.
When we first started going out there, and I said, wow, I hope that doesn't keep on going. And the further we went out, the worse it got. So we were following the kelp line, which goes out about 1,000 yards beyond the wharf, and it was just getting worse and worse and worse the further we went out. And it looked like the oil was building up more on the right-hand side of the kelp than on the left-hand side, but it was all like a sheen of gasoline.
First thoughts when you saw it?
First thoughts? This must be coming from the Refugio oil spill, and it must have, with the storm that's coming in, it must be coming around it's on the northern side of the region here, and it's coming down this way, it's circling around the islands, Apparently it's went out that way and it's coming back here.
And you are covered in oil. Let's go ahead and take a look one more time at the kayaks and the oil that was collected this morning over at Goleta Beach.
The kayak was here last Saturday for 4 hours fishing right out here and didn't have a drop of oil on it.
Wow. That says it all right there. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time and for the information. That's the latest on Goleta Beach. We'll have much more coming up in the news at 5. For now, I'm live in Goleta Beach. Senator Dos Santos, News Channel 3. Back to you.
All right, Senator, thank you very much. He brings up a very good point. The man that she was just talking with. This could be just residual oil from the spill that is making its rounds in the ocean, currents moving and coming back. So we don't know. But when you see it out there and those kayaks were covered in it, you got to wonder.
Absolutely, and I think that's the big fear with the spill with Refugio is that it actually moving in the water and coming down south or moving up north. Let's turn things over to our First Alert Weather Center, Meredith Garfalo. You may be tracking some of these currents, and are we seeing any movement there? What can you tell us about conditions
Well, you know, it's hard to tell right now, but I can tell you the current conditions in Goleta right now at the beach. We are going to see those winds right now out of the south at about 5 miles per hour. My forecast for the winds as we get into the rest of the day, I can actually show you that map again. Here's where the oil spill is. My forecast has winds coming out of the west-southwest, which this is actually to the south. So we could see some of that push toward shore. It's only 5 to 10 mile per hour winds, so I'll be tracking this weather very closely, and hopefully we'll see the oil staying in one spot so it's easier for them to clean up. Back to you guys.
All right, Meredith, thank you. Again, if you're just now joining us, we've been covering what we're hearing of oil spotted in our waters, this time in Goleta Beach. Large slicks of oil, sheen on the water there. 2 kayakers reporting that they actually had oil on themselves, on their kayaks. We've been talking to Dave Zanaboni from the Santa Barbara County Fire Department. They're on the scene right now investigating to see exactly what we can call this, if this is remnants of the Refugio oil spill, if this is something new. So we're staying on top of this. We have reporters on scene right now that we'll check back in with, but we're going to take a quick break.